Yeah, I'm on my couch getting right. Okay, I'm getting right. And I just thought about something, and I think it's really important. Now, I look a little rough around the everywheres, but I need to say this. So, okay, normally what we've been doing for all these years, say in churches and all kind of religions and in teachings and conferences and videos and all this stuff, with all these I don't know what to call them, like the metaphysical teachers or the so-called new age or spiritual or anything, right? All these teachers, these leaders we've been following. Well, it's been pretty much, everybody does the same thing. Like, oh, that, like, we act like that person has it all together and like they know everything, right? And we just hold them in such a high esteem, like, oh my God, they've got it all figured out. Look at how they dress and how they walk and they talk. Look how they're being patient and kind and loving and smart, and they write books, and aren't they amazing? And like, we almost start to worship these people, right? And inevitably, we find out that that person was a total asshole. Okay, they were all kinds of flawed. Like, they did a lot of bad stuff. I need music to add right now for this. Anyway, we've held these people in such high regard and just worshiped them. And then, of course, we find out that they were doing all sorts of stuff in back alleys with all sorts of people. Are spending money, blowing money, stealing money, all this stuff. Stealing people, trafficking people too, that's a whole other thing. But anyway, we always find out that they really aren't that great anyways. Okay. I'm seeing a shift right now in this community, and it's so freaking cool, and I love it, and I wonder if you guys are seeing this too. Because this is how I think we should be doing it. And I'm really open about this. Because I'll say, look, I don't have any business leading anybody or like telling people what to do. I'm an excellent leader. If we have a plan that we all agree on, I'm your girl. But I don't have any business trying to tell other people how to live their lives. I'm not perfect by any stretch. Like, I'm so flawed. I talk a lot about my road rage, the people driving slow in the fast lane. It's just, okay. So I'm not perfect. I still cuss like all the time. Like, I say words that you guys would call cursing. That's a whole other thing. But the words that make you guys uncomfortable, I say those words that make you feel uncomfortable. I say them a lot because I'm passionate, and I need you to really understand what I'm saying. I need to express myself. Okay. So I always say that I'm not in any position. I don't need to be any lead. I don't need people to be like following me or treating me like I don't want to be put on any kind of a pedestal or expected to be perfect all the time, because I'm telling you right the fuck now, right directly out of the gate, I am imperfect. Somebody wanted to take me down, try to get me in trouble. There's so much video, pictures. There's probably a God blessed documentary somewhere, okay, about all the things that I've done. I did it. If somebody comes to you and says, "Can you believe Lisa got drunk and stood on a pool table and sang Yankee Doodle Dandy, with a fiddle and a hot wing"? If somebody told you that, it's true. Just go with it. It's true. It's probably true. It is true. I mean, like, if someone comes to you and tells you a story like that, they're probably telling you the truth. If they try to say, "How would you listen to this woman? Do you know what she did in 2003? Like, bitch, if you know what I did, good, because I don't remember what I did. But if you know what I did, tell us. I might want to relive it. You got one of my memories." So my point is that I wouldn't want to be in that position where I would be scrutinized, because you would find all sorts of stuff, which is fine. I'm not ashamed. They happened. It's over. I wouldn't do it again if I had to do it again, but it is done. And since it is done, I guess I could count it as fun. But now what I'm seeing, I know I went off on a little tangent, but now what I'm seeing is that we can be teachers and we can just be like, look, I got this part down. I'm good at this, and this part. But no, and I'm seeing people say, you know what, and I don't know about that for sure. Let's go to this guy who knows. And then so, like, you ask me a question, I say, I don't know. I tell you, go to that guy, he probably knows. And we bounce you down the street until you find someone that knows about the subject matter that you need to know about. And that happened because all of us teachers along the way admitted that we didn't know something, which is huge, and admitted that we needed help from someone else, and then took you and passed you to the next person without any concern for ourselves. You know, what are we gonna get out of it? So basically, we've got like a quantum wisdom relay going on. We're just passing the batons and working our way up, right up, out and through, up straight through the ceiling of this ascension. This way. It's cooperation. Bitch, it's cooperation. Who knew? Everybody did. We said it. We said it, and it's the reason that the bad guys get so far, by the way, because they know how to cooperate. Mark Passio taught us that in one of his lectures. He said, the Satan people, they're not afraid of the church, even though there's way more of the church. You know why? Because this is not me. This is quoting Mark Passio. Because Christians don't know how to unify. They don't know how to cooperate. He said that. He said the Satanists, we're fine. We can speak to each other. We can have conversations. We can get things done. We can have meetings, fruitful meetings, because we know how to talk to each other and unify. I mean, I hate that we have to learn lessons from those people, but anyway, so what I think is beautiful, and I'll stop ranting, but what I think is so beautiful is how we are talking to each other now and admitting that I don't know something, and passing us along to other people who might know the answers. And then that builds the group, that builds the family too. So I think this is awesome. And I hope I see more and more of this, because this is how we're going to get out of here. And if we get real good at it, we might get out of here sooner than later. So let's get good at it. Good night. I love y'all. Happy Halloween. Okay, quick. Sorry. I realized that this needs a part two, because I didn't get around to my real point. Okay. Sorry. My real point is that in the past, in the ways of humans teachings and learnings, especially as it relates to spiritual information, there would be a guru, the one teacher that knows everything. Okay. And that would be the apex. And so he was the master of the information. You could study, you could have little study hall partners and people that you could talk to, or some of your favorite students that you thought knew more than others. But really, if the apex person didn't agree with something that you all agreed on, well then y'all were all wrong, right? And that's how it was left, because he had to be right. It didn't matter if he was actually right. It's just that he had to be right. That was his role. That's how these archetypes we created, really. And these people just filled those holes. And we liked having that to lead us. We liked having that source there right in front of us, that real sure yes or no. We liked that. I would imagine we created gurus ourselves, so that we can hold these people in such high esteem and have someone that you can relate to or rely on so strongly. So what I'm saying is that is passing, and it's going away, because we learned in the end, even though we thought those people were so perfect and so special, we learned that they were not. Most of the time, they were bus wrecks. They just were not. They were yesterday's rotten food. They just were not. We're not good people anyway. And when we do it this way, when we just let everybody have some information, if we do it the way that I was talking about in the last video, everybody has information. There is no big me and little you, and there's no hierarchy in the learning. And that would probably end up create a society with no hierarchy in society too. The hierarchy in learning is meant to expand and extend into the hierarchy in society. It really is. So if we taught without that, I think that would be an excellent seed point for a community, for a group of people. And I'm seeing that with the teachers and stuff right now. I mean, we each have our own little part. Mine's itty bitty part, and then people have got bigger parts, and we're doing like this. I love our little relay that we're doing, our little handoff that we're doing, and then this is how we need to keep it. No big gurus, anybody, just somebody's new, somebody's coming in, they want to learn something, jump in. We're all in the water, just come on. We're all in the water, we're all doing this, man. We love each other, and I love you when you're new, I love you when you're old. I don't care, I love you because you're part of the team. In fact, you're never new. We know all of our team members for thousands of years anyways, is what it feels like. So anyways, the no big hierarchy things anymore. I think that would be wonderful. And I think the way that we're doing it right now, admitting when we don't know something, passing them on to somebody who does, and just building a bigger and a bigger group through cooperation. This is the way. This is the way. We're going to get out of here. Y'all, we're going to get out of here if we do this, and we can do this.